Top 10 reasons why you should live in France. Have you ever thought of relocating or residing in France? I'm an American who worked and leased a flat while living in France for a spell. In France, even routine days look like vacations to me. Here are 10 excellent justifications for thinking about moving. Number 10. The café culture. In France, a sunny day is never wasted. The French have a natural tendency to spend a lot of time in front of their favorite café or eatery. It's totally acceptable and quite soothing. You'll often meet with friends and drink beer or coffee while doing so. As an alternative, you may start reading and lose yourself in a world of happiness. Realizing that life goes more slowly in France is made easier by the café culture. Even crowded cities like Paris see a slowdown due to the mindset. The Parisians relax after work or school in the afternoon or evening. What is the nicest aspect of French cafes? It's a wonderful justification for meeting someone or getting to know someone new. I've made a lot of friends and learned a lot about numerous people. I've even been with a few French women, so it comes naturally to me to inquire. Thou veux boire un coup? Visit a neighborhood hangout to connect and have fun in a relaxed setting. Number 9. Every work has a place. When it comes to their jobs, a lot of people in the United States have this slave mentality. They work a ton of overtime, put in long commutes, stay up late, and take a few days off. Now, some Americans are reluctant to use their vacation days. Work and recreation need to coexist in harmony. Additionally, there is less of a need to keep up with the Joneses in France. The French I know don't put much emphasis on material things, other than having a cool smartphone and nice clothes. Workers' rights are upheld by the government. In France, everyone is entitled to 30 days of paid vacation. 4. Entry-level positions in the United States. This is unheard of. Remember to take advantage of all the national holidays and other vacation days. Many people thus take the full month of August off to go on vacation. French businesses close for an hour or two so that employees can take a lunch break. Additionally, businesses close on Sunday or Monday to provide employees with at least one full day off. It can be challenging to find things open late into the night because large retailers typically close early in the evening. Some people believe that all of this proves how lethargic the French are. On the contrary, the French have plenty of time to unwind outside of work, which helps them be productive while they're there. Number 8. The travel opportunities. There are many wonderful destinations to travel to in the United States. But in France, you may reach numerous other countries and astonishingly diverse cities in a few hours. I frequently travel, but in France, I had the chance to see Barcelona, London, and Paris all within 2 weeks. The flight was embarrassingly low, and I had wonderful encounters with locals. I went on my excursion and came back to work as if nothing had occurred. To the Frenchies I shared a house with, it wasn't even a big thing. Their traveling to Barcelona was comparable to a New Yorker traveling to Philadelphia. Barcelona has considerably finer beaches than Philly, which is the difference. Italy is a possibility and Germany is not far away if you are in France. I was debating traveling to Russia while residing in France. My pal visited Tunisia. Take initiative and go. Number 7. Nature. I adored how France experienced all 4 seasons and had such varied scenery. I went on hikes, skied, explored caverns, and partied on the expansive French Riviera beaches. I admired the stunning buildings in both tiny towns and major cities. I rode my bike through the lovely countryside. Although the United States has beautiful surroundings as well, France provided everything in a small package. Number 6. Worldwide healthcare. The French healthcare system consistently receives ratings similar to those of the US. Healthcare in the US is still too expensive and is still a luxury, not because there aren't enough excellent doctors or facilities. Your medical expenses and up to 65% of your prescription costs are covered by the French healthcare system. The total costs a patient bears are much lower than what you are shelling out in the United States. This is due to the government heavily subsidizing everything. Because their federal governments have policies in place to regulate drug prices, the citizens of those nations receive a much better deal on their prescription medications. And they are not the only countries. Every other developed nation in the world has put in place some sort of price control system. The United States is an exception. The French consider healthcare to be a basic good that everyone should have access to. I stepped into a hospital in France and was seen by a doctor within a few minutes. I received a free supply of medication to treat my problems, along with a prescription for further medication if necessary. Medication from my neighborhood drugstore costs me €7, unlike hundreds in the United States. Number 5. Public Transportation and AMP, the TGV. Owing to the massive rail network and generally excellent public transit in France, the TGV, those fast trains that go at an average speed of 200 miles per hour, is what I favor. Regional trains run through all the smaller cities and towns in the meantime. Even high school students use trains for their everyday commutes, making them an essential aspect of life. Although there are trains in the United States, I find that they aren't as common as they are in Europe. Just fly, ride the bus, or drive yourself in America. Without a car, your options are extremely limited in rural Pennsylvania. There are no buses around here. So, France is an excellent choice if you wish to experiment with a car-free lifestyle. Number 4. Food. It's difficult to resist the idea that eating healthily revolves around life in France. Restaurants carefully consider their menu options to make the transition from your appetizer to your dessert seem like a well-thought-out journey. The French use courses to make your taste receptors quiver and help you appreciate your food. Thus, even family meals follow this format. Not to mention that while I was in France, I took many more risks and ventured outside of my comfort zone. For example, I never anticipated foie gras to be so incredible. It's a fantastic way to begin your meal. Number 3. Inexpensive education. In France, you can study for next to nothing to become a lawyer, doctor, or even a chemist. This system can be advantageous to Americans as well. France offers affordable education, which makes paying $8,000 to $50,000 or more for American universities seem absurd. However, educational concepts begin at a lower level. A primary education system that promotes interpersonal communication and foreign language proficiency. A select few exams are significant to students, and all other assessments aim to support students' development into useful members of society. You must apply through Campus France and speak French rather well if you wish to attend a university in France as a foreign student at the B1 or B2 level, usually. Number 2. Adaptation and AMP, friendship. In France, I had a great deal more free time. However, I was also able to go out every weekend, party, enjoy myself, and make new friends. Being social was much simpler in France since the population there simply seemed to understand social relations more. Even though we had nothing to do, it was more fun to hang around with folks in France. You could counter that I feel this way due to the wonderful people I met. But I felt this way in different parts of France. Generally speaking, once you get to know someone, people in France are friendly. And even though meeting people and going on dates in France seems somewhat similar to doing so in the United States, I simply had more fun there. Some really special people that I met. Number 1. The French language. It amazes me how much I use a language other than my own every day. Additionally, it makes me a unique snowflake while I'm away from home, a moniker I don't want, but acquire. Many Americans don't seem to mind if you speak 2 languages. They even perceive it as a threat to the status quo of English. If you can speak English, you are cool in France. You pick up on all those cultural allusions to England, and your French friends try to relate to you by using English one-liners. It's nice to manage my daily life and explain things in French. Although you can speak French abroad, France is a fantastic option because of this. Do you like this video? Submit your response in comments section below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing videos.